Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. It's Misty here and we're back with the second episode of the Valle del Sorzio series. So we're right here in one of the interchanges we built in the last episode. As you can see, the traffic is making good use of our highways, or at least the ones we've built, because just behind us you can see the pre-built road that's having some traffic there as well. Now I do hope you enjoyed the last episode, so we're gonna continue, even though I wasn't able to do much besides the construction of the highway, but well, you'll notice that during the series we'll do a lot of that, so it's mostly like a filler thing, if we can call it that. But yeah, that being said, today, I want to update you guys on how the lines are doing. So as you can see, let's speed this up a little bit. The food processing plant has not upgraded to level 3. It's still at level 2 production. I don't think it's able to do a level 3 with the current setup we have. The setup itself is not the problem. The problem is the demand for food we have, because Casal Norvino by itself does not require an enormous amount of food. So today we're going to start developing and reshaping some of the smaller cities, Mezzo and Tarvolta, and maybe even Casal Norvino, now that I think about it, because look at this build-up. It's not looking great, I must admit, but for now we'll ignore it and continue with Mezzo. Now, the plan for today is just build a public transport system. So we'll have, usually the way I structure public transport is via bus lines initially, and then move on to trains. So I usually get a city bus line for even for smaller cities like this. I have a bus line that runs through the city, and then a bus line connecting more cities together. Now, the intercity bus lines, at least the ones I have in my country, so Italy, which is quite convenient for this series, tend to have quite a few stops in between the two cities, because there's usually like some suburban areas of some sort for them to offer service to. But we won't do that in this episode. We'll try and focus on just getting the cities to look decent, because roads like this you wouldn't see that unless you're in San Francisco or something. But normally you wouldn't see that type of road. I just leave it right there because the slope is too big. Now, the roundabout here is handling traffic pretty well. We also have this exit, the exit we built last time, that goes through the hairpin and then connects to the city, which is reducing the load put on this roundabout. But the traffic that we're encountering right now is pretty much nothing, because you start seeing that once we connect this big city here, Bardetti, it will be quite a headache to manage. So we need to get this right, the entrance to the city. Now, I will leave these roads right here and start connecting the other ones. I think we'll have a 3-lane road that goes down here, where we'll have a roundabout. Or will we? Maybe we won't have a roundabout. Actually, let's have a road that goes like this. a diagonal one. We can have it continue down here. And then we'll have another piece of road that connects with the urban expressway. Oh, I don't like that. No, no way. Where'd the normal road go? Oh, there it is. So now we will continue up here. We'll build a roundabout here, maybe 50 is too small. We'll build a 20. Delete these. We'll use this bigger sidewalk streets. Make it look a little bit better. Then we'll have a street that goes down this way. I did install this mod right here. Where is it? Oh, is it not here? Oh, there it is. Why can't I see it on the... Oh, it's this one. I couldn't find the icon. So basically, this mod, this street package, allows for some really interesting... Oops, that is not what I meant to do, but as you can see, it allows for some really interesting street setups. You can have streets like that, like this. We can play along around quite a bit, which I do like. Let's see if we can have an empty space. No, we cannot. But we do have streets like this where we can have a car park. We can have car parking areas, which is really nice. It allows for some really cool. It enhances the street system by quite a bit. That's what I meant to say. Now we'll upgrade this. We'll downgrade this street back down again to where it was before, and we'll take this one. And now we'll just basically play a little bit around with the streets and build like a nice city layout. Okay, and with that, we are done with Mezzo. Now all we gotta do is add the bus lines, and we should be able to continue with Tarvolta, which is the other city. We'll use, actually, these ones. I like these ones a lot. Now the city bus route will go we also need a bus station where the intercity buses can go, I think. Let me try and do something up here. I think we can come up with something quite nice. Actually, that's a bit too alpine, I think. We'll add the trees ourselves. But yeah, so this is where the intercity buses will come in and stop. Maybe we can make them have some stops along the city as well. We'll do something down here. Well, what we'll do is we'll upgrade this road to 4 lines. To 4 lanes, I mean, not 4 lines. So the buses won't disrupt traffic while they're stopping here. Let me check if there are any unwanted stoplights. This one here, this one here, and this one here. That one can stay. I think we're good. I think this one is the only necessary stoplight we need. Okay, so the city line will go this way. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, so it'll start up here, go down this way, down here, 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 make a stop down here, down here, then it'll turn left, continue down this way, down here, up this road, and there. So this will be the loop. Oh, it does not like that, does it? In that case, I will do the same thing here. No, actually, we'll use that. Where is that one? I think this is one I was searching. Exactly. This road down, this 3-lane road, since we only need... The bus will only use it once, on one side. We don't need both sides with bus lanes. Oh no, it's not that one. Huh. I guess we'll just leave these as normal streets. Or not. Yeah, that works. Perfect. So, the line, which I cannot see anymore, will go up down here, 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 and down there. Great. This will be the... We'll use letters for naming the buses. This will be the S201, or we'll use R201 Mezzo Loop. The intercity buses, on the other hand, will have a similar route. Won't have a similar route. They'll come through here and down this way. But before we do that, we need to add the other city. We need to rebuild the other city and choose some buses for this line. As you can see, we have quite a few buses to choose from, thanks to the enormous amount of mods that I have installed. Maybe even maybe that's too many mods, but yeah. Thinking maybe using these ones. Also, we do have the realistic capacity enabled, so let me just unpause the game for a second here. What this does is it adds the normal capacity of the buses, the ones that they would have in real life, 49, which is this bus without this mod would have like 18 a capacity of 18 people. So it's a pretty useful mod. I don't sadly, oh, I forgot to say this, but the only reason I don't have the mods on the description is because there's too many of them. We're talking about 500, so creating a collection for all 500 mods would be way too time consuming. I may do it further down in the series, but for now it's a no. So yeah, that being said, we also have another mod enabled which we'll use right now, which is the custom line designation, and we can use this to keep the line name always the same. Circolare in Italian means loop, that's why I named it that. Okay, maybe it does not want an... Why is it not showing the right line? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now that we did that one, we'll go this way, maybe rebuild this weird part right there, and start working on the second city, Tarvolta, which is smaller than Mezzo, I think. Well, now Mezzo is super small, but it'll be smaller than Mezzo. Okay, so we have the urban expressway that comes down through here. Does not seem to be having any traffic issues, but we will build a bypass. Okay, and now even Travolta is done. So we'll add the bus stops here as well. The intercity buses will stop down here. Actually, no, we'll make this one-way road. Take the other direction. Okay, great. Meanwhile, the bus service will go this way. Okay, so we'll start with the city loop. Oh, I messed up the first stop. And this will be the Tarvolta loop. Oh, I wrote the line name here. Okay, so and now we'll build the intercity route, which will be this one. Let me see. Okay, perfect. Oh, wait, never mind. It's not perfect. Here you'll take the other. Exactly. Okay, so this will be the R203 mezzo tarvolta. And when it goes this way, the R203. And when it goes here, the R203 mezzo. We'll have auto unbunch here, so buses wait a little bit before they depart, and we'll use the same bus for the other route. And for the intercity ones, we'll use 85 kilometers an hour. We'll just use the same one. We'll have 2 of them. Okay, now let's speed up the time and see if these make a difference to our population. Okay, so I let some time pass, and as you can see, the buses are getting people moving. That being said, we do need to wait a little bit more for the cities to adapt to the new connections and maybe unlock bread as a requirement. Now I'm not going to get into Casal Norvino just yet because I'm a little bit tired and I cannot well do it right now. However, we are gonna start by placing a train station down here in Mezzo, which is eventually going to connect down here to Casal Norvino. Now the train station is I'm thinking of placing it somewhere down. Okay, let's do not look at this train station because they're not. This is not what it's going to look like. But I'm thinking of placing it somewhere down here, and then we can delete this bus stop and instead have it come up here. Have the bus come up here so it can drop people off here at the station. So without further ado, let's start flattening the train. There we go. And we'll start replacing a normal station of this one. Okay. Now we're gonna have tracks. Now the platforms. Now all we need is a station building. We're gonna use these small ones, however we're gonna have to. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we can have the and we're gonna build a bus stop. Delete this one. And instead have you go to there we go. I'm gonna let the time run for a little bit more, and in the meantime we can just keep extending the tracks for a little bit. Okay, in that case we'll need to enable the contour lines, because I can barely tell what the terrain does in this map. Look at that elevation change. And then it goes back up down here, correct? Sort of, not exactly. We'll have it go down here. And then up here. Now you're gonna ask, why didn't you build a train between the two cities? That's because the city of Tarvolta down there is not big enough to have one. So I just thought I'd provide them with a bus connection instead. Oh, I don't like that. And we can just have the people of Tarvolta use the stations either of Mezzo or Varago. Okay. I don't like this one bit. Okay, in that case that won't work. So what we'll do is have it curve behind the factory while it maintains its Yeah, that works. And just like that, we're ready for the next episode. So this is where I'm gonna leave you guys off. I think that in the next episode we should look forward to quite a bit of stuff. Compared to these first two ones, we should have our first train, or rather our first line, that will then connect via a passenger train, which will be this branch line that goes from Casal Novino to Mezzo, Varago, San Giacomo and Spiazzo. Maybe not Spiazzo, but we'll have it go to San Giacomo. We did just build our bus lines connecting these two cities, which are starting to gather quite some people. Same thing goes for Mezzo down here. So we should be able to give a new customer to our food processing plant down here as well, which will bring us even more money. That being said, I really hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and comment down below if you have any ideas or if you'd like to see me add something specific to the series. And subscribe to stay tuned for the next ones. With that being said, Misty out.